Most people don't quit because life broke them. They quit because comfort seduced them. They quit at tired. They quit at bored. They quit at the first whisper of resistance. But understand this: success does not care how you feel. Success doesn't negotiate with your excuses. Success only responds to one thing: whether you show up. There comes a moment when your mind will beg you to stop. That is the moment you must keep going. That is the doorway to transformation. You are standing at a crossroads right now. Behind you is safety, familiarity, the life you already know. Ahead of you is uncertainty, challenge, the person you were meant to become. It is easy to go back. It is comfortable to stay where people understand you, where no one questions you, where no one expects greatness from you. But growth has never lived in comfort. Greatness has never been born in safety. It is forged in struggle. It is shaped in pressure. It is revealed in the moments when quitting feels easier than breathing. Every person you admire once stood where you stand today. Not fearless, not certain, just willing to risk failure, willing to walk alone, willing to keep moving when the world said stop. History is not written by the most comfortable. It is written by the most committed. Pain will visit you. Disappointment will test you. Rejection will try to convince you that you are not enough. But pain is not your enemy. Pain is your trainer. It breaks the weak parts of you so the stronger parts can rise. It pushes you beyond the limits you thought were permanent. It teaches you that endurance is a decision, not a talent. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not when life becomes easy. Now, decide that you are done playing small. Decide that fear will no longer sit in the driver's seat of your life. Decide that your dreams deserve effort, not excuses. Because the world does not need more people hiding. The world needs people rising. Purpose is what will carry you when motivation disappears. Motivation is loud, but temporary. Purpose is quiet, but eternal. When you know why you wake up, you can survive almost any storm. When your vision becomes clear, your steps become powerful. Sacrifice gains meaning. Struggle gains direction. So define your purpose. Write it where you can see it. Speak it when you feel weak. Return to it when doubt creeps in like a thief in the night. Dreams without goals are just wishes floating in the wind. But when you give your dreams structure, when you break them into steps, you turn imagination into reality. Progress is not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like small, silent victories. But every step forward is a declaration that you refuse to stay the same. People will doubt you. Some will laugh. Some will warn you to stay realistic. Listen carefully. Constructive criticism sharpens you, but destructive doubt is noise. Learn the difference. The courage to continue when no one believes in you, that is where legends are born. Life will not follow your perfect plan. It will twist. It will surprise. It will challenge your confidence and test your patience. So learn to adapt. Strength is not stubbornness. Strength is the ability to bend without breaking. Stay committed to your purpose, but stay flexible in your methods. And above all, build an unshakable belief in yourself. Not arrogance, not illusion, but a deep knowing that you are capable of more than you have shown the world so far. Speak strength into your own mind. Remind yourself of the battles you have already survived. Collect your victories, even the small ones, and let them become proof that you can rise again. Resilience is not loud. It is a quiet voice that says, get up one more time. When life knocks you down, you don't stay there. You don't negotiate with defeat. You stand up, dust off your fear, and move forward with purpose burning in your chest. Because one day you will look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point. The day you chose discipline over comfort, faith over fear, action over excuses. Take the step, even if your hands shake, even if your heart races, even if you must walk alone for a while. Keep building. Keep building. Keep believing. Your future is not waiting for you to feel ready. It is waiting for you to move. Most people spend their entire lives negotiating with their own potential. They wake up with dreams in their chest, but by nightfall, they have already talked themselves out of becoming who they were meant to be. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack the courage to continue when the excitement fades and the work begins. You must understand something right now. The distance between who you are and who you can become is built with decisions, not comfort, not luck, not perfect timing. decisions. Daily, relentless, often uncomfortable decisions to move forward, even when your spirit feels heavy. There will be mornings when your alarm feels like an enemy. There will be nights when doubt sits beside you like an unwanted guest. There will be moments when quitting feels like relief. But relief is temporary. Regret is permanent. You have to train your mind to understand that discomfort is not danger. Discomfort is growth knocking at your door. The body grows stronger only after resistance. The mind grows sharper only after pressure. And the soul grows deeper only after struggle. If you run from these things, you run from your own evolution. Too many people wait for motivation like it is some magical wind that will carry them to greatness. But motivation is unpredictable. It visits when it wants and leaves without warning. Discipline is different. Discipline is a choice you make when motivation has abandoned you. Discipline is showing up when no one is watching. Discipline is doing the work even when your emotions are screaming for escape. This is how greatness is built. Not in applause, but in solitude. Not in celebration, but in sacrifice. You must become the kind of person who honors commitments even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Because pain has a purpose. Pain strips away illusions. It reveals your true strength. It teaches you how much you can endure. And once you learn that you are capable of enduring more than you thought possible, you become dangerous to every obstacle that once intimidated you. There will be seasons when nothing seems to move. When progress feels invisible, when effort feels wasted. Those are the moments that separate the dreamers from the doers. Anyone can start when the path is exciting. Few continue when the road becomes lonely. But the lonely road is often the right road. The crowded path leads to average outcomes. The quiet path leads to extraordinary destinations. Do not fear walking alone for a while. Do not fear being misunderstood. Vision is rarely clear to those who did not receive it. You are not here to live someone else's expectations. You are here to discover your own capacity and stretch it until it becomes something the world cannot ignore. Understand this clearly. Time is not waiting for you to feel confident. Time is not waiting for you to be perfect. Every day that passes is an opportunity either invested or wasted. An opportunity does not announce itself with trumpets. Sometimes it arrives disguised as hard work. Sometimes it arrives wearing the face of failure. But hidden inside every setback is a lesson powerful enough to change your direction if you are humble enough to learn. When you fall, and you will fall, do not stay down analyzing the pain. Adjust your strategy. Move again. Life respects motion. The universe responds to persistence. When you keep going, you build momentum. And momentum is one of the most powerful forces you can create for yourself. Small, consistent steps create unstoppable movement. People often underestimate what they can achieve in a year because they overestimate what they can do in a day. Be patient with your growth. Be ruthless with your excuses. Replace the habit of complaining with the habit of building. Replace the fear of failure with the hunger for improvement. You are not competing with the world. You are competing with the version of yourself that wants to stay comfortable. That version will whisper reasons to slow down. It will remind you of past mistakes. It will magnify your fears. But you must answer with action. Action silences doubt faster than any speech. Action proves to your mind that progress is possible. Every time you choose effort over ease, you are rewriting your story. Every time you push past resistance, you are becoming someone new. Success is not a single moment. It is a collection of thousands of unseen victories. It is waking up early when no one else believes in your plan. It is staying focused when distractions are begging for your attention. It is continuing to learn when arrogance tries to convince you that you already know enough. Growth demands humility. It demands that you accept you are a work in progress. And there is strength in that. The strongest people are not those who never struggle. They are those who refuse to stop evolving. Your mindset must be stronger than your environment. Your vision must be louder than the opinions around you. If you allow the world to define your limits, you will never discover your true range. But when you define your own standard, you take control of your destiny. Build habits that serve your future. Wake up with intention. Move with purpose. Speak with clarity. Surround yourself with influences that challenge you to rise higher. Energy is contagious, so is doubt. Choose carefully what you allow into your mind. Feed your ambition daily. Starve your fear through exposure. Do the thing that scares you until it becomes familiar. Confidence is not born in theory. It is built through repetition, through effort, through surviving moments you once believed would break you. Remember that resilience is not about never feeling weak. It is about refusing to stay weak. It is about acknowledging pain, but not surrendering to it. You are allowed to feel tired. You are allowed to feel uncertain, but you are not allowed to give up on yourself. There is too much potential inside you waiting to be unlocked. Your dreams are not random. They are clues. They are signals pointing toward what your life could become if you dare to pursue them. Do not betray that calling. Do not shrink your vision to fit someone else's comfort zone. Expand your effort to match the size of your purpose. And understand that success will test your character before it rewards your persistence. There will be moments when shortcuts seem tempting. Moments when quitting feels logical. Moments when doubt feels justified. But greatness is built by those who stay true to their path, even when the outcome is uncertain. Trust the process you are creating. Trust the work you are doing. Trust the strength you are developing. Because one day what feels like sacrifice today will look like victory in hindsight. One day the discipline you practice in silence will produce results that speak louder than words. One day the version of you that feels overwhelmed will be replaced by a version that moves with confidence and authority. Keep your focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion that delays action. Progress is a reality that builds momentum. Move forward imperfectly but consistently. Learn as you go. Adjust as you grow. And never allow temporary setbacks to define permanent decisions. You are not your failures. You are your response to them. Stand up again and again until standing up becomes part of your identity. Let resilience become your reputation. Let commitment become your signature. When people look at you, let them see someone who refuses to stay down. Someone who turns obstacles into stepping stones. Someone who understands that the journey is not meant to be easy, but it is meant to be meaningful. Meaning is found in effort. Meaning is found in persistence. Meaning is found in becoming stronger than the circumstances that once intimidated you. So keep moving forward even when the road is unclear. Keep building even when results are slow. Keep believing even when others doubt. Because the future belongs to those who refuse to stop. And the life you want is not waiting at the end of comfort. It is waiting on the other side of commitment. Keep going until your habits reflect your vision. Keep going until your actions match your intentions. Keep going until your reality begins to mirror the dreams you once whispered only to yourself. This is your time to rise above hesitation. This is your time to prove to yourself that you are capable of more. Do not measure your progress by comparison with others. Measure it by the distance you have traveled from who you used to be. Celebrate your growth. Respect your journey. Honor the work that is shaping you. And remember that the strongest storms produce the deepest roots. Let adversity strengthen you instead of stopping you. Let challenges refine you instead of defining you. You were not created to live a life of excuses. You were created to build a life of impact. And impact requires effort. It requires courage. It requires the willingness to keep walking when your legs feel heavy and your mind feels crowded with doubt. But if you stay committed, if you stay disciplined, if you stay focused, there will come a moment when everything begins to change. The struggle will start to make sense. The effort will start to pay off. The vision will start to feel real. And in that moment, you will realize that the power you were searching for was inside you all along. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep becoming, because your story is still being written and the best chapters are waiting for the decisions you make today. There comes a time in every life when silence becomes louder than noise and the questions inside your mind refuse to be ignored. You begin to wonder if the path you are walking is truly yours or just one that was handed to you by fear, tradition, or expectation. That moment is not a breakdown, it is an awakening. It is the signal that your spirit is ready to move beyond survival and step into purpose. Most people ignore that signal. They drown it in distractions. They bury it under routines that feel safe but slowly steal their potential. But you are not most people. You can feel that restlessness because something inside you knows you were meant for more. More growth, more impact, more meaning. The journey toward that more will demand a different version of you. A version that refuses to settle for mediocrity. A version that treats every sunrise as a new opportunity to build something stronger than yesterday. You will not always feel ready. Readiness is often an illusion created by comfort. True readiness is built through action. You become prepared by doing, not by waiting. Each step forward teaches you something no book, no lecture, no observation ever could. Experience becomes your greatest teacher. It humbles you, sharpens you, and shapes you into someone capable of handling responsibilities you once feared. Along the way, you will meet resistance. Sometimes it will come from the world, and sometimes it will come from within. Internal resistance is the most dangerous because it wears the face of logic. It tells you to slow down, to be realistic, to protect yourself from disappointment. But protection can become a prison if you are not careful. You were not designed to live locked inside the boundaries of fear. You were designed to explore, to create, to evolve. Evolution requires risk. It requires the courage to step into situations where the outcome is uncertain, but the growth is guaranteed. When you start embracing that mindset, everything changes. Failure stops looking like defeat and starts looking like feedback. Every mistake becomes a message guiding you closer to mastery. Instead of asking why this happened to me, you begin asking, what is this teaching me? That shift in perspective is powerful because it turns pain into progress. It transforms obstacles into opportunities. It converts doubt into determination. The road ahead will not be smooth. It will test your patience, your endurance, and your belief in yourself. But tests are not punishments, they are preparations. Life is strengthening your character for the responsibilities you are meant to carry. Think of every challenge as a weight placed on your shoulders, not to break you, but to build your strength. The more you lift, the stronger you become. Eventually, what once felt impossible becomes routine. Confidence grows quietly through repetition. You start trusting your abilities, not because someone else validated you, but because you have proven to yourself that you can endure and adapt. This self-trust becomes your foundation. It allows you to move forward even when external support is limited. And there will be seasons when support feels scarce. People may not understand your vision. They may question your choices. They may even doubt your potential. Do not let that discourage you. Great journeys are often misunderstood in their early stages. Clarity is a privilege earned through persistence. When you keep going long enough, results begin to speak louder than opinions. Progress becomes undeniable. Success becomes visible. But before that happens, you must survive the phase where faith is your only fuel. Faith in your purpose, faith in your effort, faith in the idea that every step you take is moving you closer to a life that aligns with your deepest values. Alignment is important because success without meaning feels empty. Achievements without purpose feel hollow. You must define what truly matters to you. Not what impresses others, not what earns temporary applause, but what gives your life lasting significance. Once you identify that, you gain direction. Direction transforms scattered energy into focused power. It helps you prioritize your time and channel your efforts toward outcomes that matter. Time is one of your most valuable resources. Use it intentionally. Guard it fiercely. Invest it wisely. Every hour you spend either builds your future or maintains your present. Decide consciously which one you want. If you desire growth, you must be willing to sacrifice distractions. You must replace habits that drain you with habits that develop you. Growth is rarely convenient. It often requires waking up earlier, staying disciplined longer, and pushing yourself beyond comfort repeatedly. But the rewards are worth the effort. Over time, you will notice changes not just in your results, but in your mindset. You will start thinking bigger, acting bolder, and dreaming without limits. Limits are often self-imposed. They exist because of past experiences or inherited beliefs. When you challenge them, you discover that your capacity is far greater than you imagined. This realization is liberating. It gives you permission to pursue ambitions that once felt unrealistic. Ambition is not arrogance when it is rooted in purpose. It is a commitment to maximizing the potential you were given. The world benefits when individuals choose to grow rather than remain stagnant. Your progress can inspire others. Your resilience can give someone hope. Your journey can become a blueprint for those who feel lost. But you must first commit to walking your path with integrity and determination. Integrity means staying true to your values even when shortcuts seem appealing. Determination means continuing to move forward, even when progress is slow. Together they create a powerful force that propels you toward excellence. Excellence is not perfection. It is consistency. It is the daily choice to do your best with the resources you have. When you operate from that mindset, you stop fearing comparison. You stop measuring your worth against someone else's timeline. You start focusing on becoming a better version of yourself. Self-improvement is a lifelong process. There is always something new to learn, a skill to refine, a perspective to expand. Stay curious, stay open, stay willing to evolve. The moment you believe you have nothing left to learn is the moment growth begins to decline. Humility keeps you progressing. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Recognize how far you have come even as you strive to go further. Celebrate your resilience. Acknowledge your effort. Appreciate the lessons hidden in your struggles. Gratitude does not slow ambition, it strengthens it by reminding you of the value of every step. As you continue this journey, you will notice that fear begins to lose its control over you. Not because fear disappears, but because your courage grows stronger. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act despite it. Each time you face a challenge, you expand your comfort zone. What once intimidated you becomes manageable. What once seemed unreachable becomes achievable. This expansion is the essence of growth. It transforms your perception of what is possible. Suddenly new opportunities appear, new connections form, new doors open. Opportunities are often attracted to preparation. When you invest in yourself consistently, you become ready for moments that can change your trajectory. Preparation builds confidence. Confidence fuels action. Action creates results. Results reinforce belief. This cycle, when maintained with discipline, becomes unstoppable. Yet remember to balance ambition with reflection. Take time to evaluate your direction. Ensure that your efforts align with your values. Growth without awareness can lead you away from what truly matters. Stay connected to your purpose. Let it guide your decisions. Let it remind you why you started when challenges intensify. Purpose provides endurance. It gives you the strength to persist through uncertainty. And uncertainty will always be part of the journey. The future is not guaranteed. Outcomes are not always predictable. But your response is within your control. Focus on what you can influence. Your attitude, your effort, your commitment. These elements shape your experience regardless of circumstances. When you adopt this mindset, you become resilient. Resilience allows you to recover from setbacks quickly. It enables you to maintain momentum even after disappointment. Momentum is essential because success often requires sustained effort over long periods. Quick victories are rare. Meaningful achievements take time. Patience becomes a strategic advantage. While others give up, you continue building. While others lose focus, you remain committed. Eventually, the gap between persistence and surrender becomes visible. Your dedication begins to produce tangible outcomes. These outcomes reinforce your belief and motivate further effort. This upward spiral can transform your life. But it starts with a simple decision to keep going, to keep learning, to keep adapting, to keep believing that your potential is worth pursuing. You are capable of far more than you realize. Your journey will reveal strengths you did not know you possessed. It will teach you lessons you could not learn in comfort. It will shape a character that commands respect, not through words, but through actions. One day you will look back and see how every struggle contributed to your growth. You will understand that nothing was wasted. Every challenge had a purpose. Every setback prepared you for a comeback. Every moment of doubt strengthened your resolve. Continue forward with that awareness. Let it fuel your determination. Let it remind you that progress is always possible for those who refuse to stop. The path may be long, but the destination is worth the effort. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay committed. Your future self is counting on the choices you make today. And now you stand at the edge of everything you once only imagined. Not because the road was easy. Not because the world suddenly became fair, but because you refused to stop when stopping felt justified. You refused to surrender when surrender felt logical. You chose to rise when staying down would have been simpler. That choice has been shaping you every single day. It has been carving strength into your spirit and clarity into your vision. Look at how far you have come. Look at the fears that once controlled you and the doubts that once defined you. They are not gone, but they no longer lead you. You lead now. You decide now. You move with intention now. This is what growth feels like. It is not always loud. It is not always celebrated, but it is powerful. It is permanent. Understand this as you move forward. The journey will continue. New challenges will appear. New mountains will rise in front of you. But you are not the same person who once stood at the bottom wondering if you could climb. You are stronger now, wiser now, braver now. You have learned that resilience is not about avoiding the storm. It is about becoming the kind of person who can walk through it without losing direction. So when the next test arrives, and it will arrive, do not panic. Do not question your worth. Remember the battles you have already won. Remember the nights you kept working while others slept. Remember the mornings you stood up even when your heart was tired. Those moments were not wasted. They were building the foundation you stand on today. From this moment on, choose to live deliberately. Choose to wake up with purpose and go to sleep with gratitude. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose courage over comfort. Choose growth over fear. These choices will not only change your circumstances, they will change your identity. You will no longer be someone who hopes for a better life. You will be someone who creates it. And one day sooner than you think, you will look back at this chapter of your story and smile. You will realize that the struggle you once resented became the strength you now rely on. The uncertainty you once feared became the opportunity that shaped your destiny. The effort you once questioned became the success you now live. So take one more step, then another. Keep moving even when progress feels slow. Keep believing even when results are unseen. Keep building even when recognition is absent. Because greatness is not a single moment. It is a lifelong commitment to becoming more than you were yesterday. This is your life. This is your chance. This is your time to rise beyond limits and step fully into your potential. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are. Use what you have. Become who you were meant to be. The world will not remember how many times you doubted yourself, but it will remember the day you decided to stand up and never sit down again.